Welcome to our U.S. briefing program. Today, we dive into some significant updates starting with Louisiana's health department, which has decided to halt its promotion of mass vaccinations. Instead of public campaigns, individuals are encouraged to consult their healthcare providers about vaccination risks and benefits. This shift comes in light of recent political changes in health leadership, raising eyebrows about the future of immunization efforts in the state. In financial news, Asian stock markets are mostly on the rise today, fueled by a robust rally in U.S. stocks. With little worry over President Trump's tariff threats, indices like Hong Kong's Hang Seng saw impressive gains. Market analysts are optimistic, attributing this positive sentiment to a favorable Wall Street performance and advancements in technology sectors, particularly in China. Lastly, we have a heartbreaking story from Tennessee, where a man has been sentenced to life in prison for murdering his wife during their honeymoon in Fiji. The tragic incident, which occurred just days after their wedding, has drawn significant media attention and highlights the severe consequences of domestic violence. This case serves as a grim reminder of the importance of safety and awareness in relationships. Please stay tuned for more detailed coverage. New York Times. In a significant shift in public health policy, Louisiana's health department has announced it will cease promoting mass vaccination campaigns against preventable illnesses. Dr. Ralph L. Abraham, the state's Surgeon General, communicated this decision in an internal memo, emphasizing the need for nuanced discussions between patients and healthcare providers regarding vaccination risks and benefits. This announcement coincided with the confirmation of Robert F. Kennedy Jr. as the new U.S. Health Secretary, a figure known for raising concerns about vaccines. While Dr. Abraham acknowledged the importance of childhood immunizations, the directive's implications for vaccine distribution remain unclear, particularly as New Orleans health officials have stated they will not adopt this new stance. Associated Press. Following a near-record rally in U.S. stocks, Asian markets experienced a positive surge, largely unperturbed by President Donald Trump's recent tariff threats. The Hang Seng Index in Hong Kong rose by 2.24%, while the Shanghai Composite saw a modest increase. Investors were buoyed by favorable conditions, including a weaker U.S. dollar and lower Treasury yields. Notably, Chinese tech stocks gained momentum, with major companies like Tencent and Xiaomi seeing significant rises. The S&P 500 approached its all-time high, driven by optimism from Washington officials indicating that reciprocal tariffs would take time to implement, which further fueled investor confidence across the region. Associated Press. In a tragic case that has shocked many, Bradley Robert Dawson from Tennessee was sentenced to life in prison for the murder of his wife during their honeymoon in Fiji in 2022. After being convicted of killing Chris Chen, Dawson will serve a minimum of 18 years before being eligible for parole. The heinous crime occurred at the luxurious Turtle Island resort, where staff discovered Chen's body with severe injuries after the couple was reportedly heard arguing. Justice Riaz Hamza condemned Dawson's actions, highlighting his lack of regard for his wife's life and his attempt to flee the scene. Despite Dawson's defense arguing insufficient evidence for conviction, the court found him guilty beyond a reasonable doubt, marking a tragic end to what should have been a joyful celebration of their union. Al Jazeera reports on the ongoing Russia-Ukraine war, highlighting key developments as of February 14, 2024. On this day, the conflict continues to escalate, with both sides suffering significant losses. Ukrainian forces are reportedly making strategic advances in the eastern regions, while Russian troops are reinforcing their positions. The situation remains dire for civilians caught in the crossfire, with humanitarian aid struggling to reach those in need. International reactions are varied, with some nations increasing military support for Ukraine, while others call for a ceasefire and negotiations. The war, now entering its third year, shows no signs of abating, as the humanitarian crisis deepens and geopolitical tensions rise. CNN sheds light on China's recent surge in coal power construction, revealing that the country initiated nearly 100 gigawatts of new coal plant capacity in 2023, marking the highest level of activity in almost a decade. This development raises alarm bells regarding China's commitment to its climate goals, particularly as it aims for peak carbon emissions by 2030 and carbon neutrality by 2060. Analysts express concerns that the new coal projects could overshadow the significant advancements made in solar and wind energy. The report indicates that China accounted for a staggering 93% of global coal construction starts last year, prompting calls from environmental groups for the nation to halt further coal plant developments to align with its climate commitments. Al Jazeera also delves into the tumultuous relationship between tech moguls Elon Musk and Sam Altman, centered around the future of OpenAI. Once collaborators in founding the AI Research Lab, their partnership has soured dramatically, leading to a public feud marked by lawsuits and personal attacks. Musk's attempts to acquire OpenAI for $97.4 billion to preserve its non-profit mission have been met with resistance from Altman, who argues that restructuring is essential for future funding. The rivalry intensified following Microsoft's significant investment in OpenAI, with Musk alleging that the company has become a de facto subsidiary of Microsoft. As both figures exchange barbs and legal claims, the future of OpenAI hangs in the balance, raising questions about the ethical implications of AI development and the motivations behind their actions. South China Morning Post reports that Japan's investment in China has seen a staggering decline of 60% over the past decade, primarily due to rising tensions between China and the United States, coupled with China's increasing competitiveness in sectors that were once Japan's stronghold. In 2024, Japan's investment in China stood at 493.1 billion yen, $3.2 billion, nearly the same as the previous year but significantly lower than figures from a decade ago. The report from the China-Japan Chamber of Commerce suggests a glimmer of hope, as 58% of surveyed Japanese firms plan to either maintain or increase their investments in China by 2025, driven by recent stimulus measures from the Chinese government. However, the competition from Chinese industries, particularly in automobiles and home appliances, has prompted many Japanese companies to reconsider their strategies, with some even pulling back or shifting focus to other regions like Southeast Asia or the United States, where investment has surged over the past 10 years. Australian Broadcasting Corporation highlights the persistent threat posed by Yemen's Houthi rebels, who remain poised to escalate attacks against Israel should the Gaza ceasefire falter. The Houthis, backed by Iran, have transformed from a local armed group into a formidable military force, actively targeting commercial vessels and launching missile strikes towards Israeli territory. Despite a temporary de-escalation in their attacks following the ceasefire, analysts warn that the Houthis continue to represent a significant challenge, given their international ambitions and military capabilities. The group's actions have garnered mixed reactions within Yemen, with some viewing their attacks on Israel as a form of resistance. However, the ongoing humanitarian crisis in Yemen, exacerbated by the Houthis' governance failures, paints a grim picture of the situation. The international community remains cautious, recognizing that even with a ceasefire, the Houthis' influence and threat level are unlikely to dissipate, making them a complex and enduring problem in the region. Thank you for tuning in. The content above showcases the latest briefing reports and analytical synopses, thoughtfully curated by the 6Do team. These insights stem from a wide array of reputable media outlets, think tanks, government sources, and specialized experts worldwide. We encourage you to explore these sources for a comprehensive perspective. Keep in mind that while the content may not always align with the official standpoint of 6Do Brief, it's not meant to be taken as absolute directives for decision-making. Comprising seasoned media professionals, learned scholars, and accomplished scientists, the 6Do team embodies a trailblazing, fully independent media entity. To customize 6Do Brief to meet your professional needs, you have the option to subscribe to a diverse array of briefings on our website, 6dobrief.com. Regardless of your location, you can conveniently receive 6Do Brief via email.
Great dragon waits ancient streets, speeding change with modern beats. Cities rise and towers peak, new dawn breaking, bold and sleek. From the Great Wall to Shanghai, progress moves as kites fly high. Tech and trade, it's all in play, future shines brighter every day. Great dragon roars, change the cars marching strong with mighty force. New era, new wave, fast-paced day, history made in full display. Politicians make their plea, voices blend in harmony. Policies for growth and peace, ambitions never cease. Dreams of silk and digital, bridging gaps from old to new. Fortunes build and bonds renew, nations strengthen, bold review. Traditions hold, but minds explore. East meets west and knowledge door. Complex world they navigate, China's power demonstrates. From the Great Wall to Shanghai, progress moves as kites fly high. Tech and trade, it's all the play. shines brighter every day. Great dragon roars, change the course, marching strong with mighty force. New era, new way, fast-paced day. History made in bold display. Politicians make their plea, voices blend in harmony. Policies for growth and peace, ambitions their growth and peace. New era, new way, fast-paced day. History made in bold display. History made in bold display. Politicians make their plea, voices blend in harmony. Policies for growth and peace, ambitions never cease. Dreams of silk and digital, bridging gaps from old to new. Fortunes build and bonds renew, nations strengthen, bold review. Traditions hold but minds explore, east meets west at knowledge door. Complex